So why would the teams fail? That's the question. Why would the teams fail? Have you been to any team in the past where you enjoy the process pretty much? However, after a certain period of time, you find something wrong and eventually the team actually fall apart. So you have this experience before. Hi, Jackie, I would like to share with you 3 critical elements or ingredients to explain why most teams failed miserably. Again, this is my experience. It doesn't make it right or wrong. What I'm sharing with you is what I've been observing, how I help my clients to build championship team. Now, many people actually said that to build an A team is difficult. While it sounds difficult to many people. Why? Because you don't know what you don't know. And again, my IGTV Ask Wong show on episode 5, you will hear what I say about you don't know what you don't know. So 3 key elements to explain why a team fails miserably. Number 1. Are you ready for this? I'm just checking. Number 1. Most team building trainers would want to do activities to promote cohesiveness, team dynamics, and ask each team member to understand each other. But one fundamental principle I guess most trainers have missed is this concept called celebrate diversity. As a tetramer facilitator, as a certified tetramer facilitator, I've learned that it's important to celebrate, not just only recognize or acknowledge diversity, but celebrate it. So you could have team members coming together. How many of you realize that the team members are all different, right? So what do? Do you first of all acknowledge that the team is diverse? Team members are different. Do you do that in the first place? So the key ingredient to explain why team fails, number 1 is they do not recognize nor do they celebrate diversity. So once you have done this process as a leader, number 2, what you can do is, now that you know who are the team members and they are all different, whether you're using MBTI or any other profiling tool, your job as a leader is to be able to leverage the strength of the team. Ask yourself this question. To each member of the team, what can they contribute and put on table? So once you know that, what you do is to leverage the strength of the members. Like for example, if I were to be a member of your team, guess what? If you ask me to be a people relational manager, you will die. I will die because I'm not a nurturing guy. You put me on the wrong task. I can't do the job properly. Not because I cannot. It's that it will take me a long effort to do it. So it doesn't make sense. So my point is that if you know how to leverage the strength of the team members, what you then do is to assign them into the roles that fits the personality profile, that fits their behavioral profile, or whatever. So therefore, step 1, recognize and celebrate diversity. Number 2, as leader, you then know how to leverage on the strength and areas of growth of the members and put them on the right tasks that help them accelerate, help them to shine, help them to thrive in the team. You know why? Because that is how team members are willing to do whatever it takes in order to excel to the next level. And you know what? Every team member plus you as a team leader will benefit from this process. How many of you can relate to this? Okay, good. So step 1, remember the ingredient 1 is celebrate diversity. 2 is to leverage the strength and recognize the areas of growth. Number 3, now that everyone is performing, everyone is taking action, there's still a missing part that would drag the team down eventually. Now, some of you who have been following me would know that Blessinger, my teacher, the Kiyosaki's Rich Advisor, actually has written a book called Team Code of Honor. I'm not going to repeat what the book says. If you are interested, Google Blessinger, B-L-A-I-R-S-I-N-G-E-R, B-L-A-I-R-S-I-N-G-E-R. Google his book, Team Code of Honor. Team Code of Honor. So when you Google and have the chance to read this book, you will know that another dimension, another reason why most teams fail is because they don't have rules. Code of Honor basically talks about how the team sets the rules so that everyone would comply with these rules. These rules are talking about the behavior. And interestingly, I know that some people who have access to team code of honor and they don't know how to set up their code properly. I've seen some code of honor which is drafted in a funny way. I was like shaking my head. I don't know what the hell they are doing. So the point is that yes, follow what Blair has written on the book. Write down the rules in a precise black and white way. Only deal with the behavior, not the person. So I give you 2 rules that my favorites are. Number 1, everybody in the team must sell. Everybody in the team must sell. So this is a very classic rule. I don't care whether in your team you're doing customers relationship or you are dealing with backroom support. Everybody in the team must sell. The other rule which is very powerful is be willing to call out a person or be willing to be called out by another person. I repeat, be willing to call out another person or be willing to be called out by another person if something is not right. Meaning that you are not go past or go behind to your boss or your leader and say and whisper and say, you know what, the other guy is not doing a job, maybe you want to fix the problem or not. You go direct and deal with it and be willing to call the person out. So this is a very powerful way of dealing direct. And this rule plus the rule everybody in the team must sell actually are very fundamental rules as to why a team can succeed. So of course there are so many other rules that if you have read the book, you will be able to formulate these rules. If you don't know how to formulate these rules, then don't worry, because you can always ask questions. You can ask me or any other Blessing trainer who have been trained and certified be able to do this for you. So that's a pretty simple process for us. Okay? So ingredients number 1 as to why teams fail again is to recognize and celebrate diversity, because they don't do that. Number 2 is the team leader fails to acknowledge the strength and areas of growth of the team members and do not put them on the right task or allow them to perform or exercise their function in the fullest potential. Number 3, lack of rules setting. They don't know what is team code of honor, they don't set the rule. And do you want a bonus? Right? You want a bonus? Okay, number 4, there's actually one more. Some teams actually have come up with the rules, but somehow these rules are not enforced, and you may want to ask why. How many of you realize that coaching business is by far the most lucrative business in the world? Because number 1, there's not much you need to do. Your job is just to hold another person to do something that they say they would do. Number 2, there's actually no inventory. 3, you can actually have the Zoom or any online media, and you can do this anywhere, anytime, as long as this is agreed in advance for the fee that you are comfortable with. And why am I talking about coaching? It's because coaching is accountability. If you say you would do certain things and you do not do it because of the excuses, because of the reasons, the justifications that prevent you from taking action, do you realize that if you can do it by yourself, you hold yourself accountable, then the coaching business will not exist in the world. This is precisely why there is coaching, because people need to be held accountable by other coaches, by other people. So therefore, the ingredient number 4 to explain why teams fail is not because they don't have the rules, it's just that no one polices them. So suppose in my example here, your role is to give cold calls to clients. You are supposed to give your client to make cold calls to clients. Let's say you have to make 10 cold calls every day. Without anyone watching you, you could be in a situation where, hey, you know what? Today is 4th of July, it's American Independence Day. Maybe I should celebrate and have a taste of the Americans' public holiday. And as a result, I do not actually make 10 cold calls. I may say, hey, I want to do it only tomorrow. And guess what? Tomorrow you'll find another reason. You'll find another justification. So that eventually, at the end of the week, your boss or leader asks you, hey, how come you didn't make the cold calls that as promised? You start giving reasons and excuses. So lack of accountability, despite the fact that there are rules existing or in place, is the 4th ingredient as to why most teams fail. Simply because lack of accountability. So in summary, I've addressed in this short clip 4 ingredients as to why most team fails. Number 1, lack of recognition and celebration of diversity of the people. Number 2, people are put on the wrong functions or assignments because the team leaders did not acknowledge the strength and the areas of growth of the people in the team. Number 3, don't have rules in place, no team code of honor. So check out Blessinger's book, Team Code of Honor, because that is a very essential read if you want to build an A team. Number 4, despite the fact that you have team code of honors or rules, there's lack of accountability. So these 4 ingredients explain why most teams fail miserably. In other words, here's the good news. If you know these are the 4 ingredients that will put a team in failure mode, what if you are able to turn this situation around, recognize and celebrate diversity? As team leader, you acknowledge the strength and area of weaknesses of the people so that you are able to put these people in the right task and let them shine and thrive. Have team code of honor set in place, and number 4, have accountability set in stone. Imagine if you implement these 4 ideas, you will suddenly build an A team. And the team will work not because just for money. I always insist that if you think that the people are working not for money, that's BS. Because money doesn't buy happiness. Bullshit. As my civil landlord said, money actually can buy happiness. The more money I make, the more happiness I have, because I am then able to help a lot more people. So it's important to have money. But more fundamentally, the thing is that when you have these people who are committed to do whatever it takes, they are not just working for money. They are working towards the team's vision and mission and the goals. And these are the people who will do whatever it takes to help you, to support you, to grow the team, to take it to the next level. So that's all for this episode. The reason why I can do this episode pretty quickly is because I've just finished a very small session in my training today at ISCA, Institute of Singapore Chartered Accountant. And I just finished one segment on these 4 ingredients. So it's pretty much that I would like to just document this, and this is the reason why I'm doing this short clip as a way of passing forward. I hope that you enjoy these 4 tips. Oh, by the way, if you like this, comment below, say that you like it, so that I'm able to do more Be Live TV or Ecamm TV. Or alternatively, go to my Instagram. I'll give a link below later to follow me on my IGTV. And in case you don't know what is IGTV, Instagram TV, where I'm putting a clip, 5 minutes, no more than 5 minutes, on topics such as personal development, coaching, self-help. And you can actually see this right there. Okay, you can see that Ask Jack Wong show here. Okay, so I want you to go to subscribe to my Instagram, follow my IGTV. Alright, so thank you for watching this video. And once again, thank you for the support. I look forward to mingling with you one more time in next day or 2 on another interesting topic, probably about teamwork, probably about sales or closing. Jack Wong here. Thanks for watching. Best wishes.